As far as today's lesson, I kind of want to follow up on last week's lesson. Last week's lesson, if you remember, we studied the verbs for the past. Used to, I used to play baseball. I used to do this activity. Or when I played baseball, I would play second base. I used to and I would. But there may be a little confusion. Used to and verb. There may be a little confusion because used to also can mean something else, but it's used a little differently. Today we're going to look at used to and to be used to, and then it's usually followed by, if it's followed by a verb, it's an ing verb. It's a gerund verb. So this means, whereas I used to do something, if you remember from last week, I used to do something means I did it in the past. Probably there's an implication that I don't do it now. I used to do in the past. I don't do it now. I used to live in the United States. I also used to live in Korea, but I don't now. I live in Spain. To be used to is a little different. Well, actually, it's a lot different. To be used to doing something means that you're accustomed to doing something. You're comfortable with doing something. It's kind of routine. It's not new. That's what to be used to doing something. And notice that two main differences are used here. To be used to goes with the ing. I am used to speaking Spanish when I go outside. I am used to waking up early. I am used to. He is used to ing, if you follow with a verb. But I used to, if you remember, just is followed by the infinitive. I used to play in the park. I used to verb. I used to live, for example. These are some differences. Let's look at an example. So I used to, for example, I used to have hair. I used to have long, beautiful hair. That's not even true. I didn't even used to have long hair. But I did used to have hair. I used to have hair. I used to, and then have. But now, I'm used to being bald. I am bald, and I am used to being bald because it's an everyday thing. So, I'm used to being bald. I used to have hair, but now, since, well, I guess for a few years now, I've been bald. So now I'm used to being bald. But if you also want to use another verb to express what I do, this is cut, but many people shave their face. I shave my head. People shave their legs. That's shaving. I shave my head. So I want you to take the verb shave and make a sentence of what I'm used to doing. And you can use you're used to. What am I used to doing? That's right. I'm, or you would say you're used to shaving. I'm used to shaving my head. I'm used to shaving my head. That's very important because that's a very important difference between, that's how you can tell the difference between this used to in the past and this used to for what you're comfortable with. This ing. Sometimes with the pronunciation, it can be confusing because I'm used to, when we say it fast, I'm used to. That's what we normally say. I'm used to shaving my head. I'm used to. So it kind of sounds like and even if you want to go even further, used to. I'm used to. And if you want to say he's, what would you say? He's used to. He's used to. He's used to. He's used to shaving his head. He's used to. How about we, you and me. We're used to studying English together. That's kind of how we speak, isn't it? We're used to. I'm used to. I'm used to shaving my head. I'm used to taking English class. He's used to. She's used to. She's used to waking up early. We're used to studying together. We're used to. That's a little pronunciation lesson for you. Bonus. No extra charge. But going back now, I used to have hair. How can we make that negative? That's something I forgot last week. How can we make used to negative? It's a common error. Some people don't do it correctly. Do you do it correctly? I used to have hair. How about make this negative, but shave my head? Use that action. I used to have hair because I didn't. And then this is the kind of tricky part, but it's not that tricky. I didn't used to. We don't have the D here for the past because the did makes it past. The D makes it past. That's the past. But here we have the do past tense, so we don't need another one with use. So I didn't used to shave my head. I used to have hair because I didn't used to shave my head. The used to here, this used to, and this used to, it's only an important difference in writing, to be honest. Because when we're speaking, we kind of say it sounds the exact same. In fact, many native speakers may not know that this doesn't have a D. That's how similar it is. It sounds the exact same. So I used to have hair because I didn't used to shave my head. So now I'm used to being bald. Or because I'm used to shaving my head. Let's look at another example. How about being in front of a camera? Many people are shy in front of a camera. And I used to be shy in front of the camera. I used to be shy in front of the camera. I used to be shy in front of the camera. But now I'm a little bit uncomfortable still, but I'm getting used to it. I used to be shy, I used to be uncomfortable in front of the camera. But now, as I'm doing it on a regular basis, I'm getting used to it. I'm not completely used to it, so I can't say I have arrived, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it. And if I were to use the verb, it would still be the ing. This be used to, if you have a verb, ing. It's called the gerund, in case you wanted to know. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to, what am I getting used to? I'm getting used to, I forget what what my example was. I'm getting used to being in front of the camera. I used to be shy in front of the camera. Now I'm getting used to being in front of the camera. Or I'm getting used to it. Also, don't forget to visit my italki page, italki.com/jesse.swede.